Back in the early 2000s, there were so many great action cartoons like Teen Titans, Ben 10 Classic, Avengers Earth's Mightiest Heroes, Spectacular Spider-Man, and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the 2003 version. Now, each of these shows have either been cancelled or ended and replaced by reboots that don't live up to the expectations in the slightest. In short, they're all hot garbage. But thankfully, there are some new cartoons and reboots that are there which are genuinely very enjoyable and often exceed the originals, but there are way too few and far between each other. One show in particular that I'm excited about returning is Young Justice with a season 3 and a new title dubbed Young Justice Outsiders. Now, I know the whole story about that, right? It got saved from the brink of death thanks to the fans. Now, to help you guys understand why I'm excited for this show so much, we gotta go back to the beginning. Young Justice was a DC animated TV show that premiered on Cartoon Network and was developed by Brandon Vietti and Greg Weisman. Vietti had directed several DC animated movies such as Batman Under the Red Hood and Superman Doomsday, while Weisman has developed Spectacular Spider-Man and Gargoyles. So needless to say, these guys were the real deal and they do not mess around. The series mainly followed teenage sidekicks. They don't like being called sidekicks, sorry. I meant to say teenage superheroes Robin, Aqualad, Kid Flash, Superboy, Artemis, and Miss Martian as they go on covert missions for the Justice League. Now let me emphasize that this show isn't connected to any other DC shows or movies like previous DC shows were. Young Justice is in its own self-contained story and universe, which helps create fresh and original stories. The first season was mostly episodic, but it was all tied together and made sense. It mainly focused on the 6 characters and each of them have their own dramas, secrets, and personalities.
He hacked the motion sensors.
I hacked the motion sensors.
Almost every single character was well fleshed out and interesting. Even unknown villains such as Sportsmaster and Cheshire get their chance to shine, and it made them dangerous and interesting. Take notes, writers. This is how you do an action cartoon. Good animation, good writing, and good voice acting are what make a good cartoon, and Young Justice did that with flying colors. Season 2 of Young Justice was dubbed Young Justice Invasion, and it improved on the first by adding new characters and having a consistent story with the Reach and Blue Beetle throughout the season. Every episode of Season 2 unveiled the story more and more, and both seasons were connected despite the fact that there was a 5-year gap between the 2 seasons. Unfortunately, despite the fact that the season received critical acclaim, it was still cancelled in 2013 because of bad toy sales. That is not a joke. I am very serious. Season 3 will be focusing on meta-human trafficking, and they will be adding another team within the team, dubbed the Outsiders, which will be led by Nightwing, Superboy, Black Lightning, and an older Artemis/Tigress that is dealing with Wally's death. And quick note, there is a 2 to 3 year time gap. And it has new characters that we haven't seen on the show, such as Katana, Geoforce, Metamorpho, Halo, and Forager. And let me just tell you guys, Season 3 looks incredibly good. Everything looks the same. Everything is just back to normal for the show. There's no huge drastic changes. It's all the same. It's like I'm back. It's like I never even left, even though there's a 2 to 3 year gap. So in this show, Artemis is still dealing with Wally's death, and Nightwing has basically retired, but he's bringing them all back together for a final mission, which is meta-human trafficking. Anyways, I'm super excited for Young Justice, and I'm glad that DC Universe has this gem of a show that's going to have a lot of people subscribing to. Like, a lot of people are going to subscribe to DC Universe, specifically for Young Justice Outsiders. And I'm so glad that DC still has this show going today. It shows that action cartoons can still be saved, and they can still be good,